Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we are going to study the next example of heteronuclear diatomic molecule, that is the NO molecule. So this NO molecule is also known as the nitric oxide. It is also known as the nitrogen oxide, or it is also known as the nitrogen monoxide. We can say regarding this nitric oxide that it is one of the principal oxides of nitrogen. Now this is the structure of the NO molecule. Now here we can say that between two atoms, that is a nitrogen and the oxygen, there is a double bond formation. Double bond means it is having one sigma bond and one pi bond. Then this molecule consists of three lone pairs. So out of these three lone pairs, one lone pair is present on the nitrogen atom and the remaining two lone pairs, they are present on the oxygen atom. So along with these three lone pairs, there is one unpaired electron on this molecule. So we can say that this nitric oxide is a free radical because it is having an unpaired electron. So let's see this NO molecule. So we know that this nitric oxide is a heteronuclear diatomic molecule. Why it is heteronuclear diatomic molecule? Because it is formed by the combination of two different atoms. And the two different atoms are the nitrogen and the oxygens. So we know that both these two atoms, that is nitrogen as well as the oxygen, both are electronegative atoms. But out of these two atoms, one atom is more electronegative and the second atom is less electronegative. So the nitrogen atom, this is the less electronegative atom than oxygen, and the oxygen atom is the more electronegative than the nitrogen atom. So based upon this, when the atomic orbitals are formed, the atomic orbitals of the more electronegative, that means the oxygen atom, contribute more to the formation of the bonding molecular orbital and less to the formation of the anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Similarly, the atomic orbitals of the less electronegative, that means the nitrogen atom, contribute more to the formation of the anti-bonding molecular orbitals and less to the formation of the bonding molecular orbitals. So based upon this, we are having the nitric oxide molecules. This nitric oxide molecule is formed by the nitrogen atom and the oxygen atom. So we are having the first atom, that is a nitrogen atom with the atomic number 7. That means its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. And the second atom is the oxygen atom with the atomic number 8. That means its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Then these 1s2 electrons of both nitrogen and oxygen, they are considered as lower in energy, and as they are lower in energy, they are non-bonding. Why non-bonding? Because they are not used for bonding, and hence while writing the MO electron configuration, we have to use a letter K. Why letter K? Because these electrons, they are present in the first shell, and first shell is known as the K shell. Now here there are two 1s orbital. First 1s orbital is for the nitrogen and the second 1s orbital is for the oxygen. So in the MO electron configuration, we have to repeat the letter K. Okay. Then the 2s and the 2p atomic orbitals of the nitrogen and the 2s and the 2p orbital of the oxygen, they are only used for the bonding purpose. So based upon this, we are having the MO energy level diagram for the NO molecule. So the MO energy level diagram for this nitric oxide molecule is just similar to the homonuclear diatomic molecule such as the oxygen molecule. So we have to refer the MO energy level diagram for the oxygen molecule. Only the difference is that we have to just shift the positions of the oxygen to the lower sides. That means oxygen contribute more to the bonding, and the nitrogen, that means it contribute more to the anti-bonding. So based upon this, we are having the energy level diagram which is drawn across the energy axis, that is the increasing energy axis. Then this is a diagram, that is the MO energy level diagram for the NO molecule. Towards the sides, we are having the atomic orbitals, and at the center, we are having the molecular orbital. Then the first atomic orbital is for the less electronegative atom, that means the nitrogen. And the second atomic orbital is for the more electronegative atom, that means the oxygen atom. And the molecular orbital, they are for the NO molecule, that means the nitric oxide molecule. Then for the nitrogen atom, the atomic orbitals are the 2s and the second one is the 2p. Whereas for the Oxygen atoms, the atomic orbitals are the 2s and the 2p. Both are same. The 2s are the lower and the 2p are the upper. Then, as the oxygen atom is more electronegative than the nitrogen atom, the more electronegative atom contribute more to the formation of the bonding. That means their positions are nearer to the bonding molecular orbitals. Whereas the nitrogen atom is less electronegative, that means it is contributing more to the formation of the anti-bonding MO. That means its position is shifted somewhat upper side. So, the molecular orbitals, the lower is the sigma 2s and the sigma asteris 2s. They are formed from the overlapping of the 2s atomic orbital. Then when there is overlapping of the 2p atomic orbital, we are having total 3 plus 3, 6 atomic orbitals from the nitrogen and the oxygen. That means there will be 6 molecular orbitals. Out of the 6 molecular orbitals, the lower 3 will be bonding and the upper 3 will be anti-bonding. So their names are, the first one is the sigma 2px, pi 2py and the pi 2pz. They are degenerate. Degenerate, that means they are having the same energy. Then upper are pi asteris 2py and the pi asteris 2pz. This is the second pair of degenerate. That means again they are having the same energy. And the last one is the sigma asteris 2px. So this diagram is just similar to the homonuclear diatomic oxygen molecule. Only we have to just shift the positions of the atomic orbitals of the oxygen towards the bonding. Then let's see the filling of electrons. In the 2s of the nitrogen, we are having the 2 electrons. Again 2s of the oxygen, we are having the 2 electrons. These 2 electrons, they are filled in the bonding, that is the sigma 2s, and they are filled in the anti-bonding, that means the sigma asteris 2s. That means the bonding and anti-bonding, they are completely filled. Then the 2p of nitrogen consists of first electron, the second electron and the third electron. Then the 2p of oxygen, it consists of first electron, the second electron, third electron and the fourth electrons. That means there are total 3 plus 4, total 7 electrons in the 2p of nitrogen and the oxygen. And these 7 electrons we have to filled in the MOs, in the molecular orbitals, according to the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So, first electron moves into the sigma 2px, then the second electron moves into the sigma 2px. That means it is paired. Then, next one, the third one filled in the pi 2py, fourth one in the pi 2pz. By using the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, again pi 2py and the pi 2pz. And the last electron, it is filled in the pi asteris 2py. So this is the filling of electron in the MO energy level diagram. And this unpaired electron, this is the unpaired electron which is present in the pi asteris 2py. It shows there is one unpaired electron in the NO molecule and hence it is called as a free radical. Okay. So based upon this, let's see the MO electron configuration of the NO molecule. This is just obtained by removal of one electron from the configuration of the oxygen molecule. That means from the configuration of oxygen molecule, when we remove one electron, we are getting the same configuration of the NO molecule, or simply by the addition of one molecule to the configuration of the nitrogen molecule. Okay, that means we can say that the electron configuration of the NO molecule is simply obtained by the removal of one electron from the configuration of the oxygen molecule or by the addition of one electron to the configuration of the nitrogen molecule. So, we can say that the MO electron configuration of the nitric oxide molecule, that is the NO molecule, is KK, that is for the 1s2, 1s of hydrogen, 1s of nitrogen and 1s of oxygen. There is sigma 2s2, sigma asteris 2s2, sigma 2px2, pi 2py2, pi 2pz2, and the last one is in the anti-bonding, that is the pi asteris 2py1. Okay, so this is the MO electron configuration of the NO molecule. So we can say that in the bonding there is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Total 8 electrons in the bonding, and the anti-bonding 2 plus 1. 3 electrons in the anti-bonding. So based upon this, the bond order is equals to 1/2 into number of electrons in BMO minus number of electrons in ABMO, which is equals to 1/2 into 8 minus 3, and which is equals to 2.5. So the 2.5 is the bond order of the nitric oxide molecule. 2 means there is a double bond between the two atoms, and 0.5 means there is an unpaired electron. Okay. So the bond order of the nitric oxide is the 2.5. So there is one unpaired electron in the pi asteris orbital. Okay. So we can say that the NO molecule is paramagnetic in nature. As there is one unpaired electron in the antibonding MO, the NO molecule is a paramagnetic. Then the bond length of the NO molecule is 1.15 Armstrong unit, and the bond energy is 162 kilocalorie per mole. So this is regarding the NO molecule, which is having the bond order 2.5. So from the NO molecule, we can say that the polarity of the NO molecule is very low. Then we are having the next based upon the NO molecule, that is the nitrosyl ion, which is NO plus ion. So how this nitrosyl ion, that means the NO plus ion, it is formed from the NO molecule. That means in the process of ionization, this NO molecule, it loses one electron and then it is converted into NO plus, that is the nitrosyl ion. So we can say that for the formation of NO plus from NO, there is loss of one electron. That means one electron is eliminated or removed, and that one electron is removed from the last, that is the antibonding pi asteris 2py orbital. Thus, the MO electron configuration of the NO plus molecule is, we have to just remove the one electron. So it becomes KK sigma 2s2 sigma asteris 2s2 sigma 2px2 pi 2py2 pi 2pz2. This is just similar to the NO molecule, only the last electron from the pi asteris 2py is eliminated. So it becomes pi asteris 2py 0. So this is the electron configuration of the NO molecule. So the bond order becomes 1/2 into number of electrons in BMO minus number of electrons in ABMO. So it becomes 1/2 into 8 minus 2. Why 2? Because one electron is removed. So it becomes 3. So the bond order of the nitrosyl ion is 3. That means there are 3 bonds between the nitrogen and the oxygen in case of the nitrosyl ion. So here we can say that there is increase in bond order. In case of the NO molecule, the bond order was 2.5, and in case of the nitrosyl ion, the bond order is 3 only. That means there is an increase in bond order, and bond order is inversely proportional to the bond length, right? So we can say that the bond in NO plus is stronger and it is shorter than NO molecule. So this is regarding the NO molecule. Thank you.